What's up everybody, Tech Twins here, and today we're going to be unboxing this Power A controller. Now, as you may be able to see up here, this isn't the second Power A controller that we've unboxed. But this one is enhanced for the new Xbox, being the Xbox Series X and S, and it is not RGB. The front is the controller, it's got a nice green stripe. On the box we have Power A, advanced gaming buttons, enhanced wired controller for Xbox, works with the new Xbox, Xbox One and Windows. Don't know if it works with the Series X. Xbox. Flip it to its side, it says Power A and a bunch of garbage, Xbox. And here's all the features. Pause the video if you want to see that. Power A, officially licensed by Microsoft for Xbox One and Windows 10. Now let's get into the box. Here's the cable, put that aside. Here's the user manual. And here is the controller. Now, if I don't say so myself, this looks a lot to me like the Stadia controller. Side-to-side picture right here. It even has the rounded edges, headphone jack on the bottom. And first impressions, the mat feels super nice, and this is absolutely so light. Probably most of that is because it doesn't need batteries, and it is a wired controller, plugged in with micro USB. The cable is 9.8 feet, so I think you'll have a good time plugging it into the controller, and let's say if you have your PC far away from you, you'll be just fine. Now here's the controller compared to the original Xbox One controller. So first of all, the buttons are pretty sticky, but that actually feels pretty good. Keep in mind, all of our ratings might also be because this is a brand new controller, and this is a year-old controller. I think the buttons actually feel better, seeing that it has a little bit more like, you have to press a tad harder, but the click is a tad more satisfying. The joysticks. Whew. Oh, wow. Wow, this is close. I think I like the joysticks better, mostly because these are a tad smoother. Clicking, very nice. D-pad. The D-pad is a lot more clicky on the original Xbox controller, and this is like way nicer. The RT and LT feel a lot smoother on the Xbox controller. These click more. But the RB and LB feel the exact same. I feel like the RB and LB feel a lot more like the RT and LT on this controller, and they're not as smoothed out as on this one. You see? Oh my gosh. Click. Yeah, that feels really cheap. These feel, pretty cheap. But we're gonna do a whole controller test when I play Forza with it. Now let's get to the back triggers. One of the wait, what is this for? What does this do? I need to plug it in to figure out what this button does. Oh, it's like a pairing button. It goes into the controller just like this. And you're plugged in. Here's how to program them. Hold the program button till it flashes like that. Press the button you want to assign it to. Then press the trigger you want to assign to the button you just pressed. And voila, it's programmed. And repeat the process if you want to reset it to any of the other keys. See, I assigned it to A, and let's say I want it assigned to B. Hold it. It will flash, press B, then press the trigger I want to assign B to, and now it works. Now let's hop into Forza with it. So now I'm in the game with the controller, and the controller actually doesn't feel that bad. The triggers don't feel as bad as I thought they'd be. They still do feel pretty bad, but for a 25 controller, I'm really impressed. The matte finish on the controller feels very nice. Joysticks don't feel any worse than the normal Xbox controller. So should you buy this controller? Well, if you play Forza or any sort of racing game that really depends on how hard you push the triggers, I don't think you should get this controller because the triggers are bad if you want to really get precision between pushing it a little bit and not pushing it at all. But if you play any shooter games, heck yeah, by all means get this controller. especially with the paddles at the back, because if you play a lot of shooter games, you'll know that there's not enough buttons on a controller for everything you want to do. So you can just assign your in-game action to a D-pad and set the paddles to your D-pad. So basically what I just said, if you play racing games, don't get it. If you play shooter games, heck yeah, dude. This is like the best controller for shooting games. I don't even know why I'm playing Forza. So if you like this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.